had known you for quite some time, but the thought of love never crossed my mind. It seemed to be on the other side of the world. Too many times that I love and not cared at all about love, just to have something to do. Then I saw a different you, and oh my. There's so many stories of love, all with the wonders of love. So very sad I would be, 'cause none belong to me. Could be it's all for the best. Sad, but I thought that maybe love wasn't meant for me.
Yes. Ah! Come on, Luther. Sing it to me. Come on. Ooh, I miss you.
There was love, there was love, there was love on the other side of the world. So much love, so much love, so much love on the other. Final world. I had known you for quite some time, and the thought of love never crossed my mind. It seemed to be on the other side of the world. So crazy how things can change your mind. Now that love is you, everything is right. And loneliness is the other side of the world.
Yes. Come on, Luther.
Ain't it crazy how things can change your mind? Now that love is you, everything is right. And loneliness is the other side of the world.
Yay!
So crazy how things can change your life. Now that love is you, everything is right. And loneliness is the other side of the world. Ain't it crazy how things can change? Now that love is you, everything is right. And loneliness is the other side of the world.
Yes. Come on. Hey, 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 hey.
So crazy how things can change your life. Now that love is you, everything is right. And loneliness is the other side of the world. Of the world. Of the world.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh. Hit him with it, Luther. Hit him with it. Ain't it crazy how things can change your life? Loneliness is the other side of the world. Yes! Come through, Luther! Hey, everybody, this is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 9 through 9, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful, the horses are fast, other horses are beautiful, and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice, okay? And also, you know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. Mwah. So you get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a darn blessed smooch. Let me be the first to say, you guys, I apologize for not coming on earlier. I think I had it set for 5 o'clock. Yeah, I was so drained today. Today was one of my refuel days, and I was so drained. I didn't even eat. Usually I eat before I go to bed, which reminds me, okay, you got to get up at this time, blah, blah, blah. And I did set my alarm. It did not go off. I guess God knew I needed to rest. But I usually, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. So I do apologize. Please forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Count it to my head, not my heart. Okay, I do apologize. So thank you for everybody who has came in and it will come in. And those of you that will see this later, please forgive me. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do on the days that I get my upload in my body, I think what I'm going to do is not schedule a time until I wake up. That way I don't have people coming in waiting on me and all this and stuff, because that's bad business. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. Okay, that way, you know, we all stay connected, right? And I don't want y'all to feel like I'm taking y'all for granted, because that is not the case at all. I had every intention of coming live, like I said, but yeah, I was so drained. And like I said, my phone didn't go out. So when I rolled over and saw what time it was, I was like, didn't I have a live? And I ain't ate. Like all these things came to mind. I didn't eat and didn't I have a live? Okay, let's take first things first. Let's go eat and then let's look and see if there was a live. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what that was. So I changed my whole topic. We're gonna get into this real quick. We're gonna have some fun if we can, and everything. And I, you know what, I really like coming on at this time. I really do. But it's like every time that I want to come on, that I get comfortable coming on, other people start coming on too. So I'm like, well, dang, you know, and y'all know I'm mod for like YouTube. Forget the numbers. I'm mod for you. I'm mod for YouTube. So, you know, and I be trying to be on my business. You understand? You understand? You understand? Now, I love me some Luther. Y'all, we don't have no R&B singers no more. Have y'all noticed that? True R&B, the love, we don't have no R&B singers no more. Luther's gone. R. Kelly's gone. Uh, I mean, we could stop right there for real. Uh, we just don't, you know. Uh, uh, Al Green ain't singing, you know, this type of music no more. He's gospel. I'm trying to think. Like Maze is out of business because Frankie Beverly's gone. We don't have no R&B no more, y'all. We are stuck with this music that's out that I don't listen to. So if you ever pull a trivia and say who sings this, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Because if it ain't from 1970, all the way up to like 19, I'm gonna give you 2000. If it ain't from 1970 to 2000, I probably won't know who sang it. Seriously, every now and then I do have a taste for the, you know, REPE, you know, that right there, you know, because I'm a skater too, so I like skate music. Shout out to Official Lovejoy. I ain't seen you, boo, and I've been concerned about you. I'm not sure listening or if you actually got any of my things I have been putting up under your channel, okay? But just let me know you're okay. I know you had some things that you went through, and I understand, having to take some time, okay? But I'm concerned about you, and I know you all, you know, subscribe to me as I am to you. So I hope you hear this, okay? Kimberly Black, smooches. I done been over the room shakers. Alton Brown, hey boo. Hey, Catherine Love, thank you so much for your support. What's up, JB, my little bro? What's going on? Y'all, speaking of JB, if y'all check my community wall, me and JB will be back at it again up on the panel. I'm going to drop the link, okay? Because we want to hear from y'all and see what y'all think about it. And when we talk about what we're talking about, it covers all aspects of everything. It covers sex, it covers communication, it covers finances, it covers it all. We're just going to have a round table, okay? That's going to be this Friday. It's called a Pajama Jam. It's going to be this Friday starting at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? It's already out there. Go ahead and set your reminder and everything. We're going to have some fun over here, okay? So even if you in your PJs, come on, pull up. We gonna do the things, okay? What's up, Smooth? Hey, boo. I am coming along, and that's what people don't realize. I just had surgery last week, y'all. So I'm still rebounding. This is the longest it's taken me to rebound from a surgery. Even my gallbladder surgery, when I had that removed back in February, I was like back to it, and everything within 48 hours. But this surgery right here, hey, they did, when they told me they worked on me, they wasn't lying. They worked on me because I'm still having a hard time getting back to where I was pre-surgery. So y'all pray for me, okay? But thank you for asking, love. Good to see you. Yes, 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 yes. So let's get into it. Y'all, but like I said, I miss me some Luther. I miss me some. Y'all know who else was romantic? And I know y'all may not think about this, but Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, I love his Butterfly song. Y'all know I'm a butterfly, but I love his Butterfly. I love all Michael Jackson's music, basically. But a lot of people just think of him being an entertainer, which he was. But he had a romantic side to him that just wouldn't quit. Even Prince. I know everybody thought Prince was gay. Prince was not gay. Prince was eccentric. He was not gay. Trust me. And there's many women that will tell you wasn't nothing gay about Prince, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all, I can't play his song either because they will ding you. For Michael Jackson and Prince, yeah, YouTube don't play about them too. Whoever Gordon they channels don't play, okay? But that song, if we are back women, if we're not making babies, maybe we can make some time. Roddick City, you and me, Roddick City, come alive. That is my favorite song by him, and I know that's weird, but I love that song. I think I like the beat and then have his voice come in his real voice, which is the deep voice. And which I didn't know, Michael Jackson and Prince got along. I know the industry wants y'all to think that they didn't, but they really did. It was even reported, friends of Prince, when he heard about Michael Jackson, what happened to him, he got so depressed and closed in. He didn't want to be bothered with nobody. He closed in, they said, for like 2 whole days. And they didn't know if he was okay or not. It bothered him so much. They really got along. People wanted them to have a beef. Think about that. Why? Because if I beef with you, or if I have an out with you, it's more money for the people who I'm connected to. Y'all got to start seeing between these lines. That's going to lead me into my other segment. Let's go here first. Malcolm Jamal Warner, God rest his soul. I've always been a Malcolm Jamal Warner fan, always. Okay, I'm a poetry writer. I'm an author of 3 books, working on my 4th. I write poems and stuff. I've been doing this since I was in middle school. Okay, I just can't find none of my notebooks that I had since middle school because I've moved so much that when you move, things get lost in transition, right? But yeah, that's what I used to do all the time. It was me and like 4 girls. Every week we come with our notebook and see what's our new poem, say them to each other, and be like, high rocks, blah, blah, blah. And everything. And Malcolm Jamal Warner was a poet. He was a real poet. He did so much other stuff. He carried himself as a man. He was somebody that people could look up to. What bothers me is now everybody's joining on his bandwagon. Everybody wants to, oh, Jamal Warner, we lost a good one. And oh my God. When y'all couldn't even stand this man, y'all wouldn't fund nothing he did. He tried to get a positive podcast going and other things. He needed financial help. Only certain people was willing to do that and put their name on the line. What I like about Malcolm Jamal Warner was when all that stuff came down the pike, supposedly about Bill Cosby, he never turned his back on Bill Cosby. He stated how he felt like grown-ups. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But if I like you, I like you. You know what I'm saying? And I get, it bothers me when, okay, all of a sudden something bad happened. Now all of a sudden you don't like the person you've been liking for 20 some years. Come on, kick rocks with all that, man. I don't deal like it, because if I'm for you, I'm for you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But if I'm for you, I'm for you. It just is what it is. Okay. Um, didn't I tell you your riff? Ah, thank you, boo. Thank you. Let me see. I like Marsha version as well. She did write the song though. So yeah. What version? What version? What song? JB, you can't just leave me like it and not tell me what you're talking about. Cause I'm like, huh? But and that's what I want to say also about Tyler Perry, y'all. Y'all may not think Tyler Perry can write, okay? But Tyler Perry is the only black person that is doing something and including black people. Pick your battles, y'all. Can't y'all tell they trying to take us off TV all together? Have y'all noticed even the commercials don't really have us in them no more? Have y'all not noticed that? So stop turning this man down and support, no matter how whack you feel like his stuff is, support him because he's keeping us informed and employed. I just don't get it. Okay, because everybody else who's a producer and filmmaker and all this that's trying to make stuff, you ain't employing us. You ain't got nothing out here for us to watch. I'll wait. And stop. I'm not saying it is true or it ain't true. I'm just saying stop believing everything you hear. As soon as y'all hear something about one of us, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already, well, I ain't got to cancel that person. Y'all are nuts. Y'all give everybody else the benefit of a doubt, won't give your own. That's why I said other races don't have to crucify us. We tear each other down. And we're quicker to tear each other down than anybody else. Don't y'all know sometimes some of these shows get canceled because they show black strong men in their role? Okay. What's up, hypnotic boo? Let me see more. Oh, she wrote butterflies. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. What's up, Mika? Hey, love. This story in your title is about my friend. We are going to have a tribute for her. And which one, love? The Westwood one? The 14-year-old. Which one? And my condolences. Yeah, cancel culture is it bothers my shana. Anyway, let me get on into this story because I don't want to keep talking. But y'all, stop trying to cancel Tyler Perry. Let that man be great. He is a genius. You may not like how he does things, but he saves money so he can pay his actresses more. And there's more actresses that's being paid way more under him than it is anybody else. Now, what's going on with him and Monique? Part of that is Monique's fault. Seriously, part of that's her fault. Had she went to them, no man, let me keep my opinion to myself. Let me keep my opinion to myself, y'all. Hold on. If we're not making babies, maybe we can make some time. Look so pretty on me, Ronic City, come on. Let me see. Is this the one I want? Yep. Okay. Make sure y'all can see it. Hold on. Let's cancel the ads. Don't mean they gonna cancel them. I hate commercials. I'm gonna have to put them on my channel to make some money, but I hate commercials, y'all. I abhor commercials. I promise you. Come on. I'm waiting. waiting on it to come up. This right here broke my heart. Okay, so let me go to another one. I hate to pull up other people's stuff, but hold on, I'll just pull up the other one. It won't let me be great. I'm sick of them not letting me be great. Let me go to the other story first. Hold on. Where is it at? Where am I at? Here I am, right here. Okay, right here, right here, right here. Where'd it go? Is this the one? No, is this the one? Okay, yep, right here. Y'all, this was so sad. This was very sad. I told y'all, breaking up with a man nowadays, not all men, so, if it don't apply, let it fly. But breaking up with a male, I ain't gonna say man, because men don't kill people. Breaking up with a male nowadays could mean your virtual life, y'all. And I mean, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This is what he looks like. This is what he looks like, okay? Hold on. Let's play. Yeah, it ain't me, it's these people. Okay, here we go.
Has more details about the city's 35th homicide of the year.
Just before noon Thursday, the Jackson Police Department and other agencies responded to the Westwood apartment complex, where 52-year-old Ron Christopher Allen barricaded himself in the leasing office. Inside with him was his wife, who he is charged with shooting to death. Christopher appeared in court earlier today for the death of 24-year-old Malia Bess. Witnesses say they spotted the suspect at the leasing office Thursday, moments before he went inside and shot his wife multiple times. It was also said witnesses called Bess's phone during the incident, and Christopher answered, confirming her death. The brief standoff ended when Christopher surrendered to SWAT, who was also on scene. Police say he was covered in his wife's blood. Today, a resident of Westwood spoke highly of Malia Bess's character, stating she was a kind-hearted person. The resident refused to disclose their identity on camera out of fear of their personal safety.
Malia, she was sweet, understanding. I mean, she had the heart of gold, basically. If you didn't have it, she understood you didn't have it. She gave grace. She understood. Well, I mean, what happened to her? It was terrible. I mean, we wasn't expecting it, and we residents out here, so we most definitely wasn't expecting it. I just hate it.
The resident says the Westwood community will never be the same. As for Ron Christopher Allen, he's currently being held with no bond. His next court date has not been set. In Jackson, Delisha Banks, 12 News.
Okay, let's talk about it, y'all. And thank my butterfly for putting me on to this particular news right here. Thank you so much, boo. Y'all keep sending me the stuff y'all want me to talk about, all right? Okay, so let's talk about it. Y'all, first of all, condolences to the lady who is deceased. Condolences to her family. This shouldn't happen to anybody. I am at a point to where I feel like a lot of men miss getting hugs by their moms. I'm so serious, and y'all know I just tell what I feel. I feel like a lot of men have missed being hugged by their mother, and they got this inside hate for a woman. And it's like when they go and do stuff like this, they thinking about what they saw their mother did or didn't do, and that it traumatized them. Just like when you're dating a man and he called you a B out of your name, because this is how I was raised. Okay, this is how I was raised. That's why I got a no nonsense tolerance when it comes to dating men. Like, once you go against my first one, I don't look at you no more. I'll play around with you, but I don't look at you no more. For the simple fact that I was raised like this. If a man don't honor his own mother, he's not going to honor you. Now, some mothers have not been mothers, so you also have to take it into consideration as well. Okay? Then you know what I'm saying? Like, but I watch you. I hear what you say. I'm listening. I hear what you say, but I watch your actions because believe it or not, y'all, love don't hurt. It don't hurt. Now, will you have some disagreements that might hurt your heart sometimes? Yeah. But I'm talking about for the most part. My name is not B. My name is not or. Put the letters where necessary. You know, my name is not Mother Ucka. Okay. I am who I am, and my name is what it is. And if you're not calling me anything enduring, then don't call me at all. Okay. I'm just, it is what it is. And for all the men to say, well, you a woman, I would pass up because I ain't gonna, okay, bye. Ain't no desperado over here. I ain't desperate. I love me. I like me. I ain't desperate to have a man at all. I know who I am. I know whose I am. I told you I'm a queen in every word, every sense of the word. I don't feel like I should have to dim my light to make you happy. You should be happy to have me on your arm. I'm an extension of you. But see, what happens is, I'm telling you, if you watching these relationships, and I know y'all think if you watching these relationships, a lot of men will show you who they are. They can't take a woman who's more educated. They can't take a woman who's more famous. I get more looks. It demeans, I'm talking about males, not men. It demeans who they feel like they are. The same thing they like about you, they hate about you, and they hate it more than they like. They like you enough to get you. But once they get you, they want to change you to dumb you down, to dim your light so they can shine. See, a real man say, baby, we can shine together. You make me great. A male is inferior of who you are, and that you will walk away from them. What's up, D Miss So? Right. We remind them of it. You right, boo. Even if we're not the same, it's the hate for being the opposite to our kids, or if we are bad moms, then they mad because of the reminder. What you said, you speaking truth, huh? Okay. Okay, Jay. I just want, okay. Yeah, so y'all gotta watch it. You know, I never thought I would be back in the, I guess, dating situation again, you know, but y'all know I lost my wonderful king in 2021. You know what I'm saying? And okay, this is put a one or two. Okay, this is what I've said. Okay, and I've been standing by this. I was loved correctly by my husband. I was actually overloved. That's the thing we tried to do, is overlove each other, because we were both lovers. Okay, all right. He was my best friend and my lover. All right. So now that he's gone, I don't feel the need to just let no man climb on my back and give me a ooh baby ooh. I am not that desperate when I done been with one man almost 30 years to just all of a sudden, because I want a body laying next to me, I'm going to let him dig in my guts and everything and leave a deposit in me and go on. Just so I could, huh? So I said, and this is me, and you don't have to agree with me to be over here. You know I am. I said, I hold myself on a standard where I'm at and will not dumb myself down, not calling nobody else dumb. I'm talking about me. That's how I feel. I will not dumb myself down just to have a penis. If he don't come correct, I don't want it. So put a 1 in the chat if I'm reaching. I put a 2 in the chat if you understand where I'm at. Put a 1 in the chat if you like, girl, please. Go on and get you, go on and bust a nut with somebody. It don't take all that. I put a 2, like, I understand where you are. You know, you're right. If you ain't had nobody, you know, for no number one person for 30 years, I will hold my standards too. If you understand that part. Because I ain't changing. I just want to know where y'all, you know, what y'all think. I just ain't never been one to lead with my coochie. Even as a young girl, I wasn't never, boy, I could tell y'all some stories. I could tell y'all some stories. I just ain't never been one that, yeah. And plus, you know what? I'm a complicated woman because I'm more attracted to nerds, like men who are very intelligent, not so boastful, don't have to hang on the block, don't hold they nuts, don't, I'm not, I love a man who knows who he is. I used to really love a man in uniform. I don't know what it was about that, but it's different here than there. What would I tell y'all over here? Drink your water, man, your business, okay? So yeah, and but I think my husband was the mixture of two. Not only was he book smart, but he was very much street smart. Seriously. And I love that. I never had to worry if we didn't have it, how was we going to get it? Because he was a problem solver. His thing was what we need. Like, he's like I had to tell him sometimes, I don't want you to take care of it. I just need you to listen. He's like, oh, okay. Because other than that, he's at taking care of it was already in motion. If I say, he's like, okay, is that, like he was a solver, a problem solver. And I just look at these men out here now. Some of them don't know if they're going or coming. And it's like, that's so unattractive to me. And that's just me. It's many women don't care. They'll take you if you just got two legs. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about me. But my standards is a little bit higher than other women. It just is. So yeah, let's get to the next story. I just wanted to say that I hate that woman lost her life. Supposedly a backstory that I've been reading is that he thought she was messing around on him because she asked him for a divorce. She was leaving him. And so in his mind, he thought she was messing around on him. So that was how he chose to take care of the situation. And they ain't been married, I don't think, over a year. I could be wrong. So you all go back and do the research on it if you're interested in this story. Let me get this other one about this 14-year-old and what happened, y'all. And my heart is so sad about this. Again, we got to keep these kids in prayer, y'all, because a lot of these children, I don't know. Let me make sure y'all can see it. And the parents look like they were good people. Like, I can discern, spirits and different things like that. They look like they were some good people. I don't get it. And then y'all, part of what I heard on the news, that's why I was trying to bring up that other one, is that there was a disagreement the night before with the parents and the 14-year-old. And then that happened. And it's like, where does these kids get to, if my parents say something to me I don't like, this is the way I'm going to deal with it? Like, seriously, I don't understand that. I really don't. Let's go.
County, a 14-year-old boy is in custody after sheriff's deputies say he killed his parents.
News 4 Jax reporter Brianna Andrews joins us live from the scene on Silver Point. This is near County Road 220. And Brianna, deputies say that he walked into a church to turn himself in.
Yeah, so this whole thing started just after midnight. 911 received a call from a 14-year-old boy inside this neighborhood who said he killed his parents. Now, those parents are between the ages of 44 and 45 years old. Now, deputies believe this began with an argument between the teen and his parents. They believe the teen used his parents' gun, but are still investigating. But that gun was recovered at the home. Now, you mentioned the boy walked to a church. So that all happened before deputies arrived. He walked to that church where he waited for deputies. Deputies responded and took the boy in custody. Now, they say both parents were shot and killed. Both of their bodies were found at the house. Now, right now, the Clay County Sheriff's Office is investigating whether there is a history of mental health issues here. That right now there is a very active crime scene, and they're still working on this. So as long as we continue to stay on this, we'll continue to provide updates, and of course, we'll keep you posted. For now, I'm reporting live. Brianna Andrews, Channel 4, the local station.
Okay, y'all, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I am so sad behind this. I don't know the mom and dad, but I'm a mother. And I raised my children. Hey, just Kimmy, thank you for falling down, babe. Thank you. Y'all, I was a hard mom. I really was. I was a hard mom. Well, let me stop this. And I was still coming out of old school. I raised my kids how I was raised. Like my mother might have been a level, let's just say 10 mother, meaning very strict. I was probably a 9.5. Okay. Like some things didn't make sense. So I left the door open for my children to come to me and talk to me about anything. But matter of fact, when I try to tell my boys about sex, they're like, Mama, no, no, not from you. No, 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 not from my mama. And my husband was like, baby, would you leave it up to me, please? I can talk to the boys about it. You just take care. I said, my girls, no. I already told your daughters. They he said, but nobody want to hear sex from their mama. I was like, all right, babe. So, my husband kind of talked me out of that, So my boys is like, no. They even talk about that now. Man, no, we ain't want to hear from my mama. She talking about blowjobs and all this. No, no. But I was trying to put them up on game. Like, y'all getting to this age, little Peter gonna start, but they ain't want to they ain't want to hear nothing from me. They was like, nah, not you. Anybody but you. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't a fly on the wall. My heart goes out to the 14-year-old too, because as he sits and get to thinking about this, it's gonna come to him that, dang, I don't have no parents. That's gonna hit him if it ain't already. And that right there, that realization, that's gonna do something. They might have to put him on watch, y'all. They might have to put him on a watch, because not watch like around his wrist or something, but like suicide watch, because that's gonna hit him, and that's gonna hit him hard. Then not only one parent, but both parents. I always tell people, when I was in therapy, y'all know I was a therapist, hence the name doctor, okay? When I used to counsel people, I used to tell, take time out to think. Because when you're in some form of a therapy, that means rationality does not live there, okay? So your biggest dilemma is thinking. You have to take time out to think. Because at that moment, everything seems valid. Everything that you do, say, act, seems like it's just, yes, it was meant for me. But if you take those 10 to 20 seconds and think, that can make a big difference in the outcome of a lot of things. The outcome of, is this the YouTuber that got taken? I don't know. She wasn't a YouTuber. She was a regular subscriber. Okay. Mika said she was a subscriber. I'm sorry, Mika, because it seemed like you knew her. My condolences, boo, for real. If you have any way of, letting the family know, my condolences. She was very heavy in YouTube community and a former mod sister of mine. Okay. We remain friends even after we no longer. Her name was 901 Don Diva. Okay, I'm going to look it up. She does still have a YouTube channel. It only has like 100 subscribers. Oh man, she was beautiful. She really was. She was a beautiful, looking at, she was beautiful. Y'all, protect your mental health. It's very important. Anything, and I had this conversation with a lady today. Every now and then, especially by me being a minister, I still do a little counseling, okay? And I told this woman today, anything that goes against your peace is too high of a price to pay. Think about that. I don't care if it's mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, kids, uncle, auntie. Anything that goes against your peace is too high of a price to pay. Sometimes one of the best things you can do is cut family off. Put boundaries up. Black people are the only people I know that when you begin to put boundaries up when it comes to family, it becomes a federal offense. I can't believe you ain't talking to Uncle Donnie. What's wrong with you? Ask your uncle. Your Uncle Donnie is poisonous. Uncle Donnie's crazy and want me to be crazy with him. So you and Uncle Donnie can get on that list. I ain't dealing with him outside of family gatherings. And all he can get from me is, hey, Uncle Donnie, and I'm going on. Okay. It's just weird how, me putting up boundaries for my life to make me better, to make me have peace, offends you. How my boundaries offend you? I ain't saying you can't talk to Uncle Donnie, and I'm just using that word, y'all. I ain't saying you can't talk to Uncle Donnie, but don't try to force me to talk to him at all. Let me tell y'all something. I always tell y'all to shake your family tree and see what nut comes out. When you go back in history in your family, y'all, and see some things, you'll see some things that are generational curses. Okay? A lot of things are generational curses. People don't understand that. People don't believe that, but it's true. Some things come through the bloodline. All right? And I have a lot to fight, and I have, because not only my daddy is a mixture of 3 different Indians, 3, and everybody got their own beliefs. My mother is Caribbean and Black. So that's enough in a nutshell. Okay? So I'm fighting like heck all these generational curses. I told y'all, on one side of my family, in one Indian tribe, they believe in inbreeding. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Inbreeding is cousins having sex with each other, marrying each other to keep the blood pure. Then I knew nothing about that. It all came out from one of my aunties. I hate that she's gone, because that auntie told me the truth no matter what. That's how I found out and got to digging into my background in our family. you know. Yeah, yeah. I heard that. I heard that. It's a lot of things that I know is true. I don't partake of them, but I don't knock nobody who does. Like, okay, I've been prophesying, and y'all can believe it or not, I don't care. If you knew people who really knew me, they tell you this. I've been prophesying since I was 4 years old. Okay, accurately 4 years old. All right. I see dreams. I can hear conversations. I can see things that's going to happen, things that has happened, all of the things. But I only contribute that to God. Now, in my family, okay, like, and I'm into herbs. I know I teach on herbs. In my family, my great grandmother on my daddy's side was a herbalist. I didn't know that. I just found that out about a couple of months ago from one of my cousins, because she's into herbs, and she still lived down there where my people's is from. And she was like, our great grandmother was. I'm like, no. She said, yeah, she was the biggest herbalist here. Everybody went to her for this, that, and the other. She cured this, that, and the other. I never knew that. But evidently, that's something that came down in the bloodline. Now, what I did know, and I found this out maybe about 25 years ago, is that most of my people down there can actually see things, hear things, speak things, and stuff like that. So that's in my bloodline too. However, they contribute theirs to their beliefs. Okay, I give mine to God. So that's the difference. I had a lot of people that want to pay me to read their future. I don't do that. If you do it, it's on you. I don't do it, because mine is given to God. Now, I have family members that do that. They'll read your future, your hand, your palm, read whatever. I don't do that. Mine is God given. As soon as I try to do that, he'll take me off this earth. I was dedicated back to God. I was dedicated back to God in my mother's womb. I was dedicated when I came out, and then I gave my life to God. So all my gifts come from him. So, but I said all that to say, how am I trying to say this? I'm trying to say something, but I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yep, and I have a lot of people. I've had and have a lot of people that come to me for different things. For different things. Just like I told you guys about 2025. So far, I've been on it. I have been on it. And what's so funny is because my voice is small. What I mean by that is my channel is small. A lot of people, only the people who support me know. And other people whose voices is big, who their reach and their channels is big, has been saying what I say. And people believe it because they hear it from them. But when they come over here, because my voice is still small, they don't believe it. My voice is really only small on YouTube. But because of those who have heard me preach, or they have came to my church when I had my building pastoring and stuff, they understand. Everything that's happening now is something God showed me years ago, and I told them what was coming. Even in Kentucky, there's a lot of things that's going on in Kentucky that when people see me on other churches, at other churches, or they see me in the street, they find me on Facebook, they like, hey, I was in the church when you said bloop, 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 and this is happening. What else is, blah, 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 blah. So, I know that sounds glamorous, but for those of us who actually have that gift, it can be painful because a lot of things you see, you can't say. I'm not a novice. I don't speak everything I see. Only novices do that. My thing is, if it's something that's bad that God shows me, I ask him to let me see the joy in it so I can not only give the bad, but sum it up with the good. Because you never want to leave people, feeling bad. You want to give them hope. So that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And everything is sometimes it scares people. I used to have a faithful subby. I mean, she was very faithful. And I miss her. She knows who she is. She listens to me. She listens to me. And that's why I don't go in like I used to, because I don't want to make anybody afraid. Okay. And one day she told me, she said, your gift is so real, I can't take it. She said, it scares me. It scares me how you speak directly. She said, I can't, I still support you, but I respect that. I'd rather for her to tell me that than to just, she disappeared and I not know what happened to her. Like, what did I do to, but when I understood that, but that made me more conscious of what I say. Because I know a lot of people have never heard stuff like this before. They've never dealt with stuff like this before. And it's like, okay, I was called weird the other day on Just Kimmy's. I started laughing. I'll take it. I thought that was a badge of honor. Yeah, okay, I'm weird. Thank you. Okay. Hey, I finally got the word call. Any chew. Y'all know I don't pay no attention to what people say about me. I've been, if y'all only knew. If y'all think this is something, I scared my mama. I've been scaring my mama since I was a kid. My mother is like, she don't know how to take me. So yeah, she told everybody, just imagine being her mother. She said, I didn't get no gift. That's what she said about herself. She said, I didn't get no gift. But to have a child that was born with all of that, and when she was little, used to say things, I used to think she was crazy. And my mama told me, stop that, because that's a God-given gift. And everything she said, even as a kid, would come true. She said, think about that. And I'm her mother, and I got to punish her and whoop her and everything else. So yeah, y'all. But anyway, did you grew up cultured? Okay. Yep. Okay. I got the best of both worlds in my family. I got gangsters, okay, and mobsters. Like, it's a famous mobster that they've done movies and stuff about that is actually my family member. And I never say that person's name because then you'll know. Okay. But yeah, we got mobsters in our family. We got gangsters in our family. And seriously, that's on like one side. And then on the other side, we got prophets, preachers, evangelists. We got the fivefold ministry. So it's a mixture of both worlds. I had a mixture of both worlds. I did. Which is, I love my family. Whether they slanging, banging, whatever they do, I love them. They love me. Like, they know who I am and what I am, and they still love me. I got a couple of sisters that's about their life, and they always tell me, Now we need you to keep praying for us. So, whenever it go down, you let us know. Because we need you to stay connected to God. Somebody got to get us in heaven. I be cracking up. My auntie was like my mother. She used to say the same thing when she was really out there. She just came in, y'all, this year. Okay, let me say that again. She just got saved this year, and she's in her 70s. She been slanging and banging. Okay? She just got saved. And she's telling everybody, because my niece gonna make sure I get in. She gonna make sure she clergy. I know if she says she gonna pray for you, she gonna pray. And I know God hear her prayers. I don't trust y'all. So y'all leave her alone. Because I got her. And she meant that. She meant that to this day too. She said that even though I'm saved, I'm still trying to get it together. Don't push me. So it'd be funny. It's funny, y'all. My family is funny. I have to laugh at them because they funny, Let me see. Yes, ma'am. Deliverance Temple Church of Christ, God in Christ. I was on. Come on. Go ahead and keep singing, though. Keep singing. Girl, I do my little one, too. I don't care if nobody like it. I do my little one, too. Yes. Because of me battling a whole lot of issues, like a whole lot of stuff hit me, y'all, when my husband passed away. Because when my daughter was murdered in 2020 and my husband passed away in 2021, I had no time to grieve. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of that grieving I was keeping inward, and it was tearing my body up. So a lot of things health-wise that I've been battling and conquering, it came from grieving. It came from not being able to outwardly grieve, but hold it in, because I was trying to be there for my kids, and everything. So it was two major losses: their sister and then their daddy, which was my rock. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I always come on here. I guess I would start the love sector. Since everybody got a sector, I'm going to start the love sector, okay? We're going to be about love over here. Sometimes it's tough love. Drink your water, man, your business. But sometimes it's tough love, but it's going to be love regardless. And that's why I always tell people that I'm married, okay? Love each other. Do not go to bed angry. Seriously. You don't have to like the person at that time, and y'all can talk about it later, but don't go to bed angry. Say, you know what? We can talk about this tomorrow. You don't piss me off, but I love you. Good night. A lot of that is pride. When you don't want to break because you mad and say some stuff, that's pride. And pride is the sin. That's pride. Kill that pride. Because what if y'all go to sleep and he don't wake up? Oops. That can happen. That can happen. Quit playing. All this time that y'all arguing and stuff, something happened. He goes in the hospital, or she go in the hospital, and now you don't know if she's coming out, and you get to thinking about, well, that argument was dumb. I could have just stopped there. Stop, shoulda, coulda, wouldn't. Love on each other, man. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna wait all this time to get married, and all I want to do is argue with my spouse. No, I'm gonna be riding something. Y'all can take it for what it's worth. I'm going to be riding something. I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be loving. I'm going to be living. All that other stuff is for the birds. Let's just say how we feel with respect. And that's one thing. Married couples need to learn how to argue. A lot of y'all don't argue correctly. You go below the belt. I shouldn't have to worry about my spouse saying something to me that somebody on the outside that don't know me, don't love me is going to say. It should be with boundaries. It was one thing my husband told me to never say to him, and I didn't. And it was one thing to him I told him never say to me, and he didn't. When we argue, we would never go there because I love him. He loved me. I'm an extension of him because he cared about me enough to give me his last name. So if I'm an extension of you, that means you love you. So therefore, you got to love me. But when y'all marry these men that don't even know who they are and don't love themselves, what you think they're going to do with you? I'll wait. Dang. Yeah, you went through a lot. Have you begun to heal yet, Mika? Have you begun to heal? Yeah, man. Love covers a multitude of sins and faults. I'm serious. Let me tell you something. When my husband met me, he didn't know nothing about God. Nothing. I just knew he was a good guy. When he met, pull like this, y'all, those of you who have been following me, y'all know the story, so I'm gonna condense it. The night my husband met me, I was in a relationship with CEO, and he was in a relationship with the girl sitting right next to him. And per how the story went, him and his brother told me after me and him started dating. Per how the story went, when I walked in to that dance that night, that man looked at his brother and said, "That's gonna be my wife," sitting next to his girlfriend. And his brother said, "You don't even know Coco." He said, "That's all right. I know she's gonna be my wife." Just like that. And I end up being his wife. Okay. That same night, him and her broke up. I don't know what happened, but after me and him danced the whole night and laughed and all this and stuff, when we was leaving out, all of us, I said, because my cousin who was dating his little brother, they lived 2 doors down from me. She said, "What you think?" I said, "He's a good guy. He just need a better woman." Who knew I was going to be that woman? I didn't. I went on in my car and went home. They talking about going somewhere else. I had to be at work at 4:30, and it was already 3 o'clock. Feel me? So, yeah. They broke up at night. Next day, she came to tell me that he asked about me, and he wanted her to go get me for him. So, yeah. You going to fight to get a woman. I'm talking to you men now. You going to fight to get her. She's your everything. She's, she just makes the birds chirp in the morning. The sun don't come out unless she rises and shines and stuff. And, she just make your third leg jump and all this and stuff. I mean, okay, you're going to do all that. You get her to say, "I do." As soon as you get her to say, "I do," now you trying to mistreat her. What's wrong with you? And women, a lot of y'all need to heal first before y'all go in these relationships. Because some of y'all will turn a man into your son. And I know y'all heard me say that all the time over here because it happens. You'll turn a man into your son. You will son him so much where he's confused. He don't know what to do. Where he was a sure man and was taking care of things, now he has to wait for your permission to do X, Y, and Z. Where they do it at? Then you get mad at him because he's your son now, which is dysfunctional. But anyway, you get mad at him because now he's, he don't know what to do. And you dogging him because he don't know. That's because you needed to heal. You needed to heal. And you're projecting your shortcomings on him. Because a real man, I ain't talking about a male, a real man ain't going to let you son him. It's only going to be one too many times that he going to turn to you and be like, "Hey, let me tell you something. Then I took it once. Watch how you talk to me. I'm not going to keep taking it. I ain't your child." When he say that, "Oh, it just hurts your feelings. Oh, they can't." No, get you some act right. Go on and heal. Go to counseling. Get you some healing. And I ain't talking sexual. Dag nabbit. Whoo, child. Yeah, Mika, I want you to do that, babe. I want you to start healing, even if it's a little bit at a time. Even if it's a little bit at a time. If you got to write a letter to each person separately, you pick whoever you want to start with. Write a letter to them. Read the letter once you write it. After you do that, burn it. But you got to start healing, babe. You got to start healing because I'm telling you, what happens is that grief will end up eating you up on the inside. It really will. And then it stops you actually from being productive. It's like a bungee cord. You ever seen a bungee cord? It's like you think you're good and you get so far, to reaching your goals, to grabbing what you want, to getting after. You get so far. And right as you're getting ready to grab it, you bounce back. You go all the way past where you started. Because, a bungee cord takes you past your starting spot. That's how it is when you don't heal. When you don't start the healing process and allow yourself to feel and go through it and get to the other side of it, it's like your life is like a bungee cord. It's very much like a bungee cord. And that's to anybody, not just Mika. That's to anybody. If you can take anything that I'm saying tonight, allow yourself to heal. Start the healing process. Even if you got to cry a little bit, if you got to draw, whatever helps you without hurting you and hurting anyone else. Just take it one. Sometimes when it comes to healing, you got to take it 1 hour at a time. You know, people say, I take it one day at a time. Sometimes 24 hours is too long. Sometimes you got to take it 1 hour at a time. Okay, well, today is Monday and it's 11 something and I'm doing pretty good. Okay, tomorrow is Tuesday. Okay, now let's just say it's Tuesday already. Okay, it's 7 a.m. Okay, from from 6 to 7, I did pretty good. Sometimes you got to take your small victories. It's okay. It's okay. What's up, TC Boo? That's why I really don't date like that. I know I have a lot of healing to do. You know what? To be honest, I haven't dated. I've had people that want to date me, but I haven't dated since my husband's been gone. Because for the longest, I still felt married. And I felt like I was cheating on him. Okay. And, so it's like, I finally had to release that and, had to release the fact that I am a widow. I am single. It's okay. I gotta give myself permission to say it's okay to date. It's okay, if somebody give me a good compliment and want to date me, that's okay. It's not violating because I'm single. I'm a widow. I'm single. So yeah, I had to. It was a mental thing with me because I do means I do. But it also says until death do you part. And I know a lot of people don't go by that, but I do, and that's why I'm taking my time and being very selective on this next go around as well. God gave me his best the last time, and he promised me he's going to give me his best this time because I am going to get remarried. I do know that. So I have to make sure that in every sense of the word, I'm healed. Okay, that I'm healed mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even financially, So, yeah. And my husband was 9 years older than me. So, yeah. Now, a lot of people that is trying to holler is younger than me. I mean, real young, y'all. I don't know why I'm pulling real young ones. Good grief, I reckon. I didn't want a young one when I was young. Seriously. When I was in my I think I was in my I think I was 19. To be honest, I think I was 19, y'all. Don't you know my boyfriend was 42? Mind your business and drink your water. That is very important. Stay out of mind. Mind your business, drink your water, okay? Yeah, because yeah. My mind is older. Growing up, I was always around old people. So my mind is like way older than what it should be. Even as a teenager, my mind was way older than what it should be. I carried myself as an older person. It's just, my friends was older than me. And when I was what? 18, 19, 20. My best friend at that time was 41. I still have my other best friend that I got now, but I had a new one. She was 41. So I am so, I don't know, I get along better with people that's older because during the time, people that was my age got on my nerves because we were in two different mindsets. And I'm finding that even with me, girl, be 55, some 50-year-olds get on my nerves because their mind is not like on the level of mine. Like they in their 50s, but they think 20. And see, I'm in my 50s and I think 50. You know what I'm saying? Like we our ages is close, but our mindsets and how we deal with things is so different. And it just ain't working. It just don't work for me. I'm sorry. Girl, it's saying something. Thank you, Mika, babe. Yeah, you said you always get the young ones. That's saying something, girl. All right, JB. I'm gonna get out here. I got 10 more minutes. Let me get to my last thing, y'all. I know I've been running my sucks. I'm trying to get better. I really am. Let me get to my last thing and then we'll be out of here. Is this the one I want? Yep. All right. I have been talking to you all about fallen angels, right? And actually, tomorrow will be my mermaid series because that's connected to fallen angels. I want to talk to y'all about that. And the reason why I'm doing it is because a lot of people worship mermaids, and I want you to know what you're worshiping. Okay. A lot of people don't know that a lot of things that you see and accept is actually against biblical beliefs. Now, if you don't believe in God, cool. This would just be something you know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in, spiritual matters, okay, good. You can still come over. You ain't gotta believe in it. Just it might be a good teaching for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So tomorrow I will do that. I didn't pick up on that tonight because that needs this whole hour by itself. Okay. So this is what they found. And this was, I think, 2 years ago. But I'm bringing this on so that everybody can understand where we are. Okay. There will be, like I told you all last year, there will be more sightings of different things that's happening now. Some of the unidentified flying objects that they're going to show you will be false. Okay. But some of the stuff that will appear this year, speaking of, as of August on out for the rest of the year, you will see will be real. You're going to have to know the difference. The only way you're going to know the difference is if you are connected to someone who actually hears from God, or two, if you are in your Bible and understand the timings, okay? But just check this out. I thought this was interesting. I'm going to see if y'all see what I see. Did I mean to say it? Yeah. I'm going to see if y'all see what I see. Here we go. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, y'all can see it. It's in a different voice, but check this out. I think this is the one that's in a different voice.
Такую, ну я скажу, эмоции просто не рассказать. Душа куда-то аж упрыгивает. Не знаю, конечно, не описать. Это просто не рассказать, почему так. Что это такое? Ну там сейчас на вертолете прилетят все эти дела. И вот пока не приехали все эти товарищи, мы вот тут с ребятами вырвались. Ребята, это вообще трындец. Какие эмоции. Андрей, Денис, сними меня. Прям вообще аж. Энергия идет. Блин. Вот это да. Короче, разрыли экскаватором. Такую, ну я скажу, эмоции просто не рассказать. Душа куда-то аж упрыгивает.
Okay, what y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? Okay, so let me tell y'all. I know YouTube is gonna make me change this song at the beginning. That's why if you live, you can hear the real song that I play. But I know YouTube gonna make me change that song. Kim B, okay. But let me tell y'all, at the end it said real or fake, right? That's the question it is. Do you think it's real or do you think it's fake? I'm trying to hold what I know. Okay. I'm trying to hold. I'm gonna tell y'all. let me say this. You will start seeing more angelic things. You will start seeing them. You will. Um See, here's the thing. Wait a minute, y'all. KFC want to talk to me for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people are having problems because they found in a different world in the oceans, like really deep past where supposedly the bottom of the ocean is. They're having openings and they're even going beyond that, and it's whole nother worlds and cities down there. And my thing is this: did y'all not forget that God flooded the earth? Of course, there's going to be another world down there. That doesn't surprise me. But I think people, forgetting about that, or they don't think it's true. Not to mention, and in different places where the Red Sea was, they're finding the chariot wheels and different things of, the ones that went out, Pharaoh's army that went after Moses. When people try to say that Moses was a fictional story, but they're finding evidence that it was a real story. Okay. It is not my fault that y'all only believe in a God that you could see, hear, and touch. Okay. Now, in the Moses time, this is what some professors said. And I thought this was dumb, but just hear me out. Professor said it was a wind that blew that. Okay, who controls the wind? That's why I was like, it was still dumb. You still proving that somebody bigger than a human being or something bigger than a human being made that pathway. So, I mean, that was dumb. I was like, and y'all professors? Okay. And the reason why I'm saying all that is saying this, y'all, because of where the hour that we in right now, with everything being manipulated by some of the people that's in charge, things are being manipulated. You're going to have to know what's real and what's fake. You're going to have to, for your own mental, for your own stability. You're going to have to know what's real and what's fake. And a lot of y'all can't tell now when somebody lying and when somebody telling the truth. I be sitting in some of these chats. Sometimes I never drop down. I just go back and say replay. Sometimes I'm in there. I just don't drop down. But I've been listening to some stuff and I shakes my head like, these people are really believing this. Let me see. I know I hate to hear younger people, that they pray to the universe. Girl. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. But that comes in also people mixing the two. People are mixing God and mystic or God and ancient. Like, they're mixing. It's becoming a mixture. Even nowadays, you're getting Muslim and Christianity that's mixing. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of it being one way, people are beginning to mix it, And I think it's why a lot of people are so mixed up when it comes to biblical stuff. Like, here's my thing. And I always say that even when I minister, I tell this to people. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Okay? Even if I'm wrong, that's always right. People want Burger King type of religion. They want Burger King type of beliefs. They want to have it their way. They don't want you to say when they're wrong, but they do want you to praise them when they're right. I've never known anything to be like that. Over history, over back in old days and biblical days and everything, right was right, wrong was wrong. Okay, there was never a blending error. You either did this and this was right, or you did this and this was wrong. Only when we start the blending of stuff does people not understand who they are, what they are, where they are. Okay? Because again, everybody wants it their way. Everybody wants a Burger King. They want a Burger King type of religion. They want a Burger King type of relationship. They want a burger. Everybody wants it their way. And only, let me tell you, society always gets destroyed. Go back and check your history. Even if you don't believe in bibliology, okay? And that's my word, bibliology. Even if you don't believe in that, go back and check history. Every time society start having it their way, society gets destroyed. Because the thoughts and actions and hearts of men are evil. Anytime you do things outside of the will of God, it's evil. Anything. Check history. So, I mean, yeah, Kim, you know, it just is what it is. And so people hate you for doing right. They hate you for speaking right. They hate you for walking right. They hate that because what the right does, right is connected to the light. And anything that is in the light is most likely connected to God. So when you show up, your light exposes their darkness. So they hate you because they don't want to be exposed. Darkness loves its own. And I tell everybody, I ain't everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. I ain't trying to win everybody at all. What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. As long as I keep hearing the voice of God and he keep telling me he's proud of me and I keep winning souls and I know I'm going to heaven, that's all that matters to me. This worldly stuff, you know, it don't matter to me. It's YouTube stuff, don't matter to me. I appreciate it. I really do. And I appreciate everybody who come to hear me. I really do. But y'all know me. I turn on this live and start talking even if ain't nobody in here. And I guess part of it also has to do with numbers, you know, as far as me being a preacher. Because when I preach, I have numbers. When I teach, I have numbers outside of YouTube, like in my real life. So, you know, when I started preaching, baby, I had my family and the pastor. Now, my trial sermon, quote unquote, they call your trial sermon, church was packed. Everybody heard Coco was preaching. She gonna do her trial sermon, packed. Because everybody been knowing, preaching been on me all my life. I ran. Even as a kid, I ran. So, you know, once I submitted and said, okay, God, I'm tired of you whooping me. Yes, I'll do your will. Everything changed. And so my first trial sermon, honey, standing room only. Seriously. And you know that you got to have something when old people see you. I'm talking 80, 90, you know. Old people see you. When I was in my 30s, they was in their 70s and 60s, you know, things like that, that they come up to you and say, when you preaching again? Because you got a word on you. Where you at now? What church you have? I got to come and submit up under you because you really know God. I take it as honor. So that's why I said this YouTube stuff, okay, take me or leave me, whatever. But when women and men of God that I know God and know what's real and what's fake come up to me and say, you know what? I could listen to you preach any day. When you preaching again, where you at? Where you helping out at? Or you got your own building again? Where you at? Because I'm coming over there. That means more to me than anything. When I'm out here in these streets and I'm giving to the homeless, I do a whole lot of stuff people don't know. I'm out here in these streets and I'm giving to the homeless and loving on them and speaking life into them. That means something to me. So people hate me because they ain't me. And I get it. And people hate me because I'm doing the work of the Lord. I'm going to be hated for righteousness' sake. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am. God got my back. Every time you come against me, you go against him. I know that for a fact. And if you ask people, they'll tell you. She always says she's God's favorite daughter. And is. And is. And is. So I ain't going to bore y'all because I know you know. But y'all know I'm going to talk about God. So you might want to unsubscribe. I'm sorry. I got to. I don't think he's uplifted enough on these applications. I don't. I think we talk about everything. And it's okay to talk about everything but God. You know, we can talk about how big somebody's penis is. We can talk about how somebody done shot somebody. We can talk about how somebody done cussed somebody. We can talk about all of that, and that's accepted. But as soon as somebody come on and talk about the goodness of God and how God did this, this, and this, and how, you know, oh, that's not allowed. Oh, she's boring. Oh, nobody want to hear about no God. Well, get away from my station. See how that works? Because before I stop, I add more to it. Don't ever challenge me. Don't ever challenge me. This is real over here. I love God, and I don't make no bones about it. I done been through too much in my life, okay? Okay? I'm a survivor. Let me end like this. I'm a survivor and more than a conqueror of rape multiple times by multiple people at different times, incest, okay? Abuse, a whole lot of things. And I'm sitting here talking to you all in my right mind. Now, who you think did that? I'll wait. I had somebody steal a child from me. Y'all want to know my truth. If you had my books, you understand it's in my books, okay? It's another thing. That's why I praise, bless God too. I was able to sit down and write 3 books, working on my 4th one. Are you kidding me? And you think I care about people getting mad at me because I try to live right? No, I do not. Could care less. Could care less than less, actually. Okay? It is what it is. And before I take it back, I add more to it. Now, all right? So I am who I am. Let me see. You got to put on. You got to put. Okay. Come on. And a forgiving heart. Baby, if I forgave the people who did that to me, okay, and it was in my family. I only had one, thank God, I only had one a misappropriate action of sex, I said like that was outside of my family. Everything else was inside my bloodline. So imagine that. Imagine that type of stuff happening to you, and you got to see these people because you can to them. You don't think it'll mess up somebody's mind, and yet still God said, I got you, and he held my mind. So people can say what they want to say. I don't care. Okay, Kim. I don't care, baby. I less than care. If that is even, I less than care. Trust me. I do. I do love you. Yes. That's why I be, I love on my peoples. I love on y'all. Some of y'all have never felt true love without something. That's why I take my time and love on y'all. Because, like I told y'all, I'm starting the love sector. This is the love sector. Sometimes you got to get tough love, but this is the love sector, okay? So, yeah, that's what we do over here. We love on people. We love on those that have never had genuine love. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all the daggone content creators that came over to me today, thank you so much. Y'all know I always tell y'all, no matter what the test, always do your best. I want y'all to check this out right here. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So all my new subbies, somebody told me they subbed to me today when I was in Shaker's channel. Smooches to you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming over and being a part of the Butterfly Queendom. I appreciate everybody. I do. I appreciate all of y'all. All right. This is dedicated to all my married couples and the couples who's engaged. This is dedicated to you guys. Make your body go boom, boom. To a place you've never been before. Oh, yeah. Let's get in the shower. Yeah, I'm gonna get you in the mood. Yeah, I ain't in no rush. I got so many things to do to you. Whatever you need, baby girl, I'm willing to believe. I'm
I'm getting excited. Baby girl, and your body is calling. Let me take you to my bedroom. Make your body go boom, boom, boom. Step into my bedroom. Make your body go boom, boom, boom. Take you to my bedroom. Make your body go boom, boom. Step into my bedroom. Make your body sing. I told you would like that. Let me kiss you right there. Right there. Don't move. Be still. Now in this bedroom, I can feel all in your desire.
Just in case you want to know who that was, y'all, that is Willie Clayton. Willie Clayton. Go check him out. He is Willie Clayton, and it's called Boom, Boom, Boom. I love you guys, and no matter what the test, always do your best. Thanks for supporting me tonight, y'all. I'll talk with you all tomorrow. Please be in attendance for the mermaid. You don't want to miss that, okay? I'm only going to do that for 1 hour. I can't take it too much because it's deep. It's real deep, okay? All right. Smooches. Love you.